My daughter asked why the classroom smelled like pennies. I was on a work call when Mia came home from her first day of second grade. She dropped her backpack and stood in the doorway of my office, waiting for me to finish. I muted myself and asked how it went. Good, she said, but the classroom smells weird. I unmuted, told her we'd talk at dinner. She left. That night she barely touched her mac and cheese, just pushed it around her plate. I asked what was wrong. She said her stomach hurt. I told her that's what happens when you're nervous about a new teacher. Gave her a Tums and sent her to bed early. Day 2, same thing. Came home quiet, didn't want dinner, said her stomach hurt again and the smell was worse. What smell? Like pennies. Like when you hold them too long. I figured the school was old. Maybe the radiators. Maybe rust in the pipes. I didn't think much of it. Day 3. She threw up before breakfast. I took her temperature normal. Asked if anything hurt. She said just her stomach and her head. I almost kept her home, but she didn't have a fever, and I had back-to-back meetings. Gave her Tylenol and drove her to school. She texted me at noon. We'd just gotten her a phone for emergencies. My tummy hurts really bad. I told her to go to the nurse. She texted back. The nurse wasn't here yesterday either. That stopped me. I called the school. The secretary said the nurse was out on medical leave. They were working on a substitute. I asked if Mia could lie down in the office. She said, sure. I picked Mia up an hour later. She looked gray. I took her straight to urgent care. The doctor examined her, asked about symptoms. I listed them. Nausea, headache, stomach pain, loss of appetite. Going on 3 days. The doctor looked at me. Any other kids in her class sick? I didn't know. She asked Mia questions. When did it start? First day of school. Does it get better at home? Yeah, weekends. I felt fine. The doctor paused on that. What room is your classroom in? Mia said the number. The doctor Googled the school, pulled up a photo of the building, asked Mia to point to her classroom window. Mia did. The doctor's face changed. That's the old wing, isn't it? I said I didn't know. The doctor looked at me and asked if the school had been renovated recently. I shrugged. She stepped out, came back 5 minutes later and closed the door. I'm calling the health department. My stomach dropped. Why? That building was flagged 2 years ago for lead paint. If they're doing construction or if the walls are chipping, she didn't finish. She called, put it on speaker, told them she had a patient showing signs of acute lead exposure, gave them the school name. The woman on the phone said they'd send someone immediately. The doctor ran blood tests, told me not to send Mia back to school until we heard from the health department. The next day, I got a call from the principal. The health department had shown up unannounced, tested the classroom, found lead dust on the windowsills, the shelves, the desks. The room had been repainted over the summer. They'd sanded the old paint off without containment. The dust had been sitting there for 3 weeks, and 18 kids had been breathing it in every day. The metallic smell Mia kept describing, lead tastes like metal, smells like pennies. They closed the wing, sent all the kids for blood tests. Mia's lead level came back elevated but not critical. 3 other kids were worse. 1 was hospitalized. The principal said they didn't know. The contractor said it was fine. No one thought to test before school started. I kept thinking about how I almost didn't take her to urgent care, how I told her it was just nerves, how I sent her back, twice, because she didn't have a fever. She kept telling me something was wrong, and I kept telling her she was fine. The classroom was gutted. The contractor was fired. The district paid for blood monitoring for 2 years. Mia's levels dropped back to normal after 6 months, but she's 10 now, and I still smell the air every time I pick her up from school. Still ask if anything feels off, because she knew, the whole time, and I almost didn't listen.